Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight, a November snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
We go! 50, plant. Army. Check 52. Rush in. Get it.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. This will go for 5 up to the 33. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down now, Bernard. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. The Vikings send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bears take over.
Win the rep. Let's go right here. Hey, no, let's go. Hey, we got Mike 50,
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Brings up second and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10.
Let's go. 93, 52, 93, 44.
Dalton off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ben Gideon. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really...
And the pressure gets to him again. Daniil Hunter in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
That's the run. They're running it.
They'll begin here with Bernard. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Mike 58 right there. Here we go, G.
On 2nd down, Bernard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Ready up.
Go 58 to the mic. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
5. X3, snap.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert, he's going to have the first down past the 20. And all the way up to the 21-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Check the draw quarter.
Watch the safety. Go.
Off the play fake. Herbert. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Dalton. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Wait. They're not ready for this, man. 368. Hands up.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. David Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Shift! Watch the shift!
80 weapons. Hey, wahoo! Get it!
From the gun, Herbert. It's caught, block it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Oh, a battle for him here, and this will be caught. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood! Shoot!
To throw again, Herbert. 20! And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
We go! 10 Lobo.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
50, plant.
I'm coming for you, son! I'm coming for you, son! Check 31, check
61, matchbox lights.
out, 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 out!
Hey, orbit.
58's the mic! 58's the mic! Get your swerve on! He's checking, he's checking, he's checking!
Pilot, 64, weak.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
We go, set. 60 or.
Watch the run, watch the run! Check 43!
Now.
On the draw, here's Bernard. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Dances by him, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
After the sack on first down, Dalton, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Demario Davis gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Off play action. Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The Bears first down.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Hey, check. 3 down.
Dalton here from the gun. He finds Taylor, complete. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Ben Gideon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Dalton. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. In for the score as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He lets it fly for Lockett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Johnson. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. 1st and 10 for Dalton. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. Dancing to his left. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Herbert. He's got Lockett. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Off play action. Herbert. He's going to air one out. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake. Herbert. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for John Ross. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before break. Herbert going deep downfield for Ross. And my goodness, another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
What we got?
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 24-yard line.
They got tight left.
Dalton sets up play action. He'll find Taylor. That's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. This one into the hands of Burton, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on. You better bring it.
Why?
Here we go. We're good. We're good.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Again, it's Johnson. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 14-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Here we go, D.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go. Check.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Check.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Smooth. 5.
play action. Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Back to throw. Herbert. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half.
Get ready, get ready.
Back to throw. Herbert, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken around the 12. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Motion.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
And now to the air, Dalton. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
17 yards. First down, Bears.
Hey, pick your game up. Watch.
From midfield here, Dalton. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will extend this big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second, and he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. David Johnson on his way, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Johnson, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. On the screen, Bernard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Come on, baby.
From the gun, Herbert flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he won.
And look at this, it's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his crew will take over with a football. At the 35-yard line.
That's a takeaway. Now that's a takeaway. That's how the defense scored points. Come on.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I we enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run with Taylor. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Ready? 50, play.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. The give to Taylor. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Looking to throw. Herbert flushed out right. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Pick it up. At 58 is a mic. Go 58 is a mic.
Off the play fake. Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Rolling to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.